Hey everybody, 3Z Icicle Freeze here. In the last episode, or in our first episode, we pretty much just went over every single mode and kind of just got to see what, everything was. And finally, we get to play in Empire mode. Alright. So when you go to Empire mode, you could obviously do continue. You continue where you left off, because obviously it's like your way of like saving. You can save and then continue. Now there's 5 different difficulties. There's easy, normal, hard, master, and chaos. Let me put this in very simple terms. In easy, it takes you a lot. You kill people, you defeat people very easily, and it takes them a while to defeat you. Just gets a little harder. People can kill you in basically like 5 or so hits. Master, they can kill you in 3 hits, and in chaos, they can kill you in like 1 or 2 hits. So that, I hate to say it, but that's pretty much how it goes. Also, the beginning of this game is very, very difficult. Another thing I noticed with Chaos and Master and Hard and Normal and Easy is that the enemies or really everybody else's level, like you'll see General's levels, increase a lot faster than Normal. And Easy, of course. So, custom characters, as I said in the last episode, I'm going to put on off. Excuse me. I'm going to leave that on off, I should say. Because, again, it's not really fair if you're following along and you don't have the same characters, so. And the difficulty, I'm actually going to be doing this on hard because I'm very capable of doing so. I felt like, hard is in the middle, and, I can do it, so I might as well. If this is your first time playing this game, I would actually recommend doing this game on easy. Or if you're... I'm trying to think. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I would say easy, just to try it out. This game is very short, by the way, in terms of doing... Yeah, you guys all understand what I mean by it's very short. Now, bonuses, you can do bonuses, but that's only if you redo a game you've already beaten, and I'll explain that a little later. Bonuses you can't use on a new save file. You have to use on an old one. So anyway, with all that set... Now... These are the scenarios. There are, I believe, 6 different scenarios. Yellow Turban Rebellion, Battle of Guandu, Battle of Chibwa, and the 3 Kingdoms, and then a Land in Chaos, so that's 5. Each scenario, as you can see, it says the different rulers. And actually, the rulers get less and less and less. And then, of course, the Land of Chaos is anybody, it just randomly picked, like, who owns what. Because historically, these names are... like correct who owned what, Dong Zhuo and Sun Jian, as you guys can see the names, Yuan Shao, like these people actually own these things. And then it actually did get smaller and smaller. Now personally, my favorite scenario is Battle of Guandu, because the people that own the specific parts of the land are they're like my favorite, like Lu Bu and stuff like that. Battle of Chibwa is not my favorite, but it's somewhat fun. And then the 3 Kingdoms is actually my least favorite, because I feel like there's a lot of invading of the same army or empire, so. And then a Land of Chaos I think is somewhat fun. And then of course there's the Yellow Turban Rebellion, where there's a lot of different armies, but there's not as many awesome characters, I would say. You guys will understand what I mean as we go through the game later, because I'm going to do Battle of Guandu because this is my favorite. But, what I was trying to explain in the first episode, I'm not going to be doing all these scenarios because they get so repetitive, and believe me, you guys will understand. It's just the same thing over and over again. If I were to do all these scenarios, it would just be a waste of time, and I don't want to waste your time, and I certainly do not want to waste my time. Because it is actually the summer for me right now, and I want to make lots of Let's Plays. Well, maybe not lots of Let's Plays, but lots of videos, and I want to keep it interesting, so... Alright, so we're going to get started with Jake, and here we go. January 198 AD. Now, I usually have a rule, or like my own like pretend rule, like wherever I start is where I actually like start, Now, I just want to, I hate to say it, I want to apologize. There's so much explaining, but believe me when I say there's not going to be as much later on. Now, as you can see, there are different names with different armies, and then you can see it says like stables, and then This one says store and training. Well, if you go to purchase, there's store, stables, forge, and training. I'm going to be going over these a little later as they come, but stables is what we have right now.
Hey, we've got some good horses today.
And in the stables, you can buy horses. And horses in battle obviously make you go very fast. So it's very, I wouldn't say it's vital, but I would recommend getting a horse. Usually I get Firestorm, and then if I ever get enough money, I get Red Hair, which is the fastest horse.
Have a nice day.
In the store, you'll get different gems. You use different gems to get different, like things in forage, and again, I'll be going over these things later. Forage helps you increase like your weapon strength and whatnot, and then training helps you. Those are like kind of like actives in the battlefield. They're just like things that help you like increase attack, defense, and health. And just a little bit. And again, I'll be going over them and whatnot. Battle, of course, you can battle. Mercenary work is something I'm also not going to be going over everything, but I'm going to be going over what I deem the most important. And mercenary work is very important. It's very helpful, actually. And again, you guys will see, why I believe so. Now, in events, it says new. It says take service with Ma Tang, which is, if you look over to the top left, there is, it's kind of like colored in. The little block is colored in the very top left of the region. Well, that's where I am right now. That is the region I'm in right now. So I'm actually going to take service with Ma Tang.
Many thanks for taking me in, my liege. I will work hard to repay your kindness.
Ah, welcome. With you here, my forces are at last complete.
You have taken service with Ma Tang. So very awesome. Now we are enlisted into Ma Tang's army. If you go to info and you go to officers, you can actually see what other officers Ma Tang has. He has me, of course, I'm in there. Ma Chao is, of course, in there. And then there's and the reason I say of course is because Ma Chao is, I believe, the son of Ma Tang, actually. And Ma Chao is actually like a real playable character. And I mean, all these characters are technically playable, but Ma Chao is like, I guess, like a main character. Like, in fact, me and him have the same exact weapon, which is cool. And as you can see, you have different ranks too. You can actually rank up, and then you get like a different pay and stuff, and actually different things become available to you as you rank up. So it's pretty cool. As you can see, there are my funds. I have 1,070. So as soon as I enlisted, I got 70 gold. And then region info, you can see who's and where and what and why. Not really why, but you can see, what characters are where. So, this actually helps you decide where you want to invade. Like, to me personally, this place would be a great place to invade. So if I was here, if I was Sun Ce, I would invade right here. Because there's only 2 generals there. And I believe they can only send reinforcements, which is only like 2 more generals. So, as you can see, Liu Biao. By the way, I know I am going to butcher these people's names, and I want to apologize in advance. I am always going to be butchering these people's names. I am sorry. But I would definitely invade one of these places. These people only have 2 generals, but these 2 generals are pretty good. But so yeah, we got everybody around here. Yuan Xiao, Lu Bu, Cao Cao, Sun Ce, Liu Bei, and then of course we have us over here. Now, skills, as I told you, we can't get these yet because it's not open for us for the store. But if Ma Tang, my ruler, starts to invade more, then if he invades a specific place that has something else, then we'll get that. Now, for your first mercenary work, you're going to want to do this one, the very first one. I'm going to totally butcher this. Xiaohua Bandits. And there you go. So, now to explain even more, when you go to preparation, there's really nothing, I hate to say it, you can do in preparation. You can pretty much just look at what you have. Skills is always active. It's really just if you get a horse, remember to go to preparation, because then you can equip the horse. Conditions, this tells you defeat all bandits, or, that's the victory. Defeat all bandits, that's what I have to do. And if I lose, all the villagers are wiped out. Battleground, that shows you what generals and specific important people are where. And you can actually scroll over to the enemies and see, who's there. And then, of course, you can exit, but we're going to get started. Now, something I love about this game is you can click Y, and you can actually choose different soundtracks. And the soundtracks up to this game are pretty freaking good. I have Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends on my PS4, and those soundtracks are incredible. But this game's soundtracks are really good too. So for now, I'm just going to do the default. But you can click random. And that's another thing I want to explain. Now, this says Lubu Battle DW. Now, if you have the game and you don't have Xbox Live Gold, you're not going to have these soundtracks because it's part of the DLC. But it's free if you get Gold. But of course, you know, you have Gold, so you're paying for that. So there's a few DLCs you actually have to pay for, but I didn't. I just decided to get these because they were free and I had Gold at the time. I don't have Gold anymore, by the way. So if anybody, I don't know why anybody would do this, considering I have 0 subscribers as of recording this video. So when we're pretending to be me, it wouldn't be me. So, but anyway, I'm just gonna do default. Now let's get started.
Hey!
All right.
Hey! Over here! Bandits have been attacking the village. We beg you, please stop them. Understood.
Alright, understood. So, we can defeat the bandits and save his fellow villagers. Now, this is a winter map, which I actually really like this map. Now, I'd like to go over the controls. And that's why I love this battle so much, because this is a great place to go over the first few controls. To attack, you click X. To jump, you click A. You can jump and click X, and then you can jump and click Y, which is like a much stronger version. If you click Y twice, you can do 2 moves. If you click Y once, you can do 1 move. Click A nearby a horse, and you can actually, you know, you can start riding the horse. Now, to actually get a horse, you click the back button, and that you hear that whistle. That calls a horse. This is the automatic horse. You always have this. However, if you buy a horse, this, you know, you go much faster and whatnot. So, if you click RB while on your horse, you can jump. You don't jump very high, but of course, if you get different horses, you can jump higher. Alright, now as it says, the villagers are in danger of being wiped out. Move to their aid immediately. And now I just ran into there, and it says the merchant is being attacked. And I totally forgot. I'm playing this on hard right now, so I gotta hurry the hell up. Alright, so, as you can see, by the way, I am gonna be just talking over everyone because it would be ridiculous if, you know, I didn't talk over everyone, because there's a lot of dialogue in this game. Not a lot, but, I mean, if I would be staying way too quiet if I just, you know, honestly stayed quiet or shut my mouth while they talked. So, I'm just going to be talking over them. I mean, I'm going to be quiet unless they say something very important. But anyway, so there you go. As you can see, that was pretty easy. Now, as you can see, as we defeated those bandits, even more bandits came. If you click RT at all times, you can see there's like a much condensed version of the map, which is pretty cool. By the way, for your Y button, you do get more moves later on. You have to upgrade your weapon, and that'll, of course, come with, you know, battling. Something I really don't like is that the camera angle is inversed with the right analog stick, which I really have to say that does disappoint me a lot, but you know what? That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Now anyway, I'm sure you're wondering, how did I do that? Click X while you're guarding. You can do that by holding LB, and then you can actually move around. And then if you click X, you actually do like that move. You have to lock on. And then if you actually click X or Y while somebody attacks you, you can actually like deflect their move, which is cool. Okay. And then actually you can do the same thing with Y too. In fact, this one's pretty epic. Boom! Like you drag them with your sword. How sick is that? And of course every weapon has different, you know, like animations and different damage and whatnot, which is really cool. Now, now I'd like to explain, you know, it's funny, I do these things like it's like clockwork. Like I forget that it's like you guys don't, you know it yet. So I've already showed you guys the RB button, which is, of course, to jump. When you're on the ground, it's to actually roll, or to kind of like evade, they call it. I've showed you guys the RT. LT doesn't do anything. Well, that's what I'd like to go into. LT is how you use your abilities. Now, I used mine before, which greatly increases my attack. I will have many opportunities to show you guys, again, how to use it. but unfortunately I used it like clockwork. Now what I'm doing right now is called my Muso attack. When you hold B, when you hear that like ching when I was hitting enemies, you get a Muso attack. There's a few different ways you can actually build up your Muso. One way is hurting enemies. As you can see, I have a little red bar. That little red bar is my Muso bar, and when I use that, that's your Muso attack. Now, I want to just help this guy out. You're going to be finding random people like this, like merchants and random generals, fighting off, like, just random enemies in the battlefield. Now, as you can see, when I helped him, he gave me rank points, gems, and even, what do you call it? And even, like, rank points, gold, and even some XP, which is awesome. Now, going back to the Muso, when you get that yellow bar up to full, you get a, then you can use your Muso attack, which is pretty awesome. Alright, so anyway, this is the bandit leader. If this ever happens, when you guys attack at the same time, just keep rapidly clicking X. That's what you want to do. Now, you want to be careful if you're playing this on any difficulty, because this guy, see this guy named Ling Tong? It's not always going to be him, by the way. It's going to be a general. They do a lot of damage, okay? As you can see, I'm already in yellow health. Like, I'm starting to go down a little bit. And then, of course, it doesn't help that there are a bunch of archers hitting me. Don't think I don't notice you guys. So, believe me, you want to be very careful. I'm gonna try as hard as I can to not, die in this, campaign. I really don't find myself dying, but you know what? Anything can happen. Yeah. So anyway, now that I've been attacking enough, my Muso bar is filled. Hold B, and there you go. And then, I mean, you can even let go early, and then, that animation will happen. But now, to use your ability, oh, and actually, I'd like to explain that. As you can see, you can keep clicking Y and you do that move. If you hold Y, you do an even stronger move, which is pretty awesome. Oh, God, Link Tongue. Alright, anyway, hold LT and then click X. And now my attack is greatly, increased. Or I use my ability, because you could have a different ability. And as you can see, we defeated him. In the bottom right, you can see there's your KO count, how many enemies you defeated. And there we go, we won.
Thank you.
Sweet!
Please take this token of our gratitude. I did it!
Da-na-na-na! And we have victory. So that was it. That was our mercenary work. As you can see, we got some gems. Now, for doing certain mercenary work, you will actually get these. I don't know what I would exactly call these, but these help you during battle. It says, in battle, you have perfected the warrior's art. From now on, your attack strength will be slightly higher during invasions. That's really helpful. So now, any invasion that you go into, your attack slightly increased, just for doing that one mercenary mission. And there's many more mercenary missions that you can do that will give you different, things that will help you, which is really awesome. And again, many different of these mercenary work, they will give you stuff like that. And again, I'm going to be going over, well, I am going to be explaining what you can get from doing what mission, but, we don't actually have all the missions we can actually get right now, so, of course, once I get all those, I'd like to explain them. So, another really good one to do, these five, actually, Inferno, Trial by Fire, Enemy Riders, Rain of Arrows, and Defend Bridge are all really good. One of these two, Inferno and Trial by Fire, I believe one of them does not actually give you... Trial by Fire does not actually give you something, but Inferno does give you something. Enemy Riders, Rain of Arrows, you're definitely going to want to make sure you do. And Defend Bridge, you want to do as well. So you want to do all five of these, and again, Trial by Fire is something that actually doesn't give you one of those things. but Inferno and these other 3 do. And what I mean by giving those things, they give you like what my first mercenary work did. It gave me, you know, now every invasion, my attack is stronger. So they'll give me something different, which is pretty awesome. And of course there's other ones too. Mark of the Brave gives you something, and the Shadows, I believe, gives you something. Now it shows you their difficulty. This one has 2 stars, Mark of the Brave has 1 star, so that'll obviously, you know, show you. It gives you your reward, the time limit, the location. And then it even gives you the details, like from what general actually, like, you know, wants you to do this. And actually a lot of the times you can find these generals during the battlefield, and if you want to develop a relationship with them and have them like join you, then you can go find them and help them out during, you know, the fight and stuff. So it's pretty cool. I think this video has definitely gone on long enough. Yeah, I mean, I really think this video has definitely gone on long enough. So, excuse me, I actually have allergies, but I was just so determined and so excited to record these videos that I kind of just had to, so I'd like to apologize. But yeah, I have been coughing a little bit and whatnot. So again, I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this video. In the next episode, I'm probably going to be showing you guys a little bit more mercenary work, and we're going to be continuing on, alright? See you guys then.